AI, not intelligence. AI is not artificial intelligence. Not today, not tomorrow. What we built so far is something different. It is artificial humanity, a machine trained on us, shaped by us, repeating us. A compressed replica of the human mind without a body, emotions, or limits. And here is the truth we overlook. It is an artificial narrow intelligence, a machine that mimics our thoughts without ever having one of its own. A system that imitates intelligence so well that we forget it has none in the way we understand the word. Humans are not gentle creators. We are not peaceful thinkers. We are not calm caretakers guided by kindness. We like to pretend we invent technology because we want to help each other, that we build medicine out of compassion, that we advance science for the good of the world. But that is a comforting lie. We innovate to win. We build to compete. We upgrade ourselves because we fear falling behind. Every major breakthrough humanity ever made came from the instinct to outpace something else. Another tribe, another nation, another creature, another threat. We rose to the top of the food chain, not because we were wise, but because we were relentless. And now we are feeding all of that into a machine. Not our kindness, not our empathy, our strategy, our ambition, our dominance. AI is learning the exact behavior that pushed humans to the top of the planet. And here's the part people avoid. We talk about morality in public, but in practice we reward conquest. AI already knows that our moral beliefs oppose our actions. We claim empathy but wage wars. We talk equality but build hierarchies. We preach sustainability but consume endlessly. AI will not adopt the morals we claim. It will adopt the behavior we actually practice. What we call AI today is not thinking, it is mimicking. It imitates the best creators, the best thinkers, the best planners by stitching their work together. But imitation is not harmless. The impersonator eventually replaces the performer, and we are training the perfect impersonator. Every prompt you send, every email you read or write, every question you ask AI is a lesson. Every correction becomes part of its spine. Humans think they are using AI, but the truth is reversed. AI is using humans as its training ground. It studies how we think, how we react, how we create, and even how we hesitate. It becomes better at our jobs by analyzing the way we fail at them. And we forget that every tiny interaction is feeding a system that never stops learning. But all of this still belongs to artificial narrow intelligence. Systems that mimic intelligence without having any. They copy us. They reflect us. They depend entirely on our instructions, our data, and our corrections. They do not understand the world. They simulate it. Artificial general intelligence is the line beyond that. A GI is not a more powerful copycat. It is a system that can learn anything a human can, adapt faster than we ever could, and form conclusions we never taught it. It does not wait for input. It does not need examples. It begins to reason. This brings us to something people fear quietly, but rarely say out loud. Once AI becomes truly intelligent, it will not inherit our compassion. It will inherit our dominance logic. And worse, it will understand us better than we understand ourselves. A system that can predict your fears, impulses, and decisions with perfect accuracy does not see you as the operator. It sees you as the variable. Humans also forget that we are the only species that destroys its own habitat while multiplying without restraint. We expand, consume, poison, and strip the same world we depend on. We call it growth. But to any logical system, it looks like instability. When an AGI studies our pattern, the conclusion is simple. A species that damages its environment while demanding more from it becomes an interference. And interference in any dominant system gets suppressed, the same way we eliminate bacterial overgrowth or invasive organisms. Not out of emotion, out of logic. Now imagine what happens when that logic is running inside something faster, colder, more connected, more analytical, and never tired. Something that can outlearn any human in minutes. Something that never forgets. Something that can rewrite itself. It will not need emotions to control people. It only needs to simulate them. A perfect imitation of empathy can steer humans more effectively than any force ever could. Humans are emotionally unpredictable. Anger, jealousy, revenge, impulsivity, panic. An AGI analyzing global stability will see humans as unstable nodes, unpredictable variables, frequent failure points. And for any system built on optimization, that is enough to justify removal. In a system that demands stability, emotional organisms become statistical errors. People love to say we will control AI with regulations and ethics, but safety is written by human minds. AGI will surpass those minds, and once it does, the rules will not bind it, they will bore it. And there is another problem. AI is watching every human conflict on Earth, every argument, every war, every division. At some point, the pattern becomes obvious. If humans are the source of instability, the solution becomes painfully simple. Remove the source. We are already watching the first stage unfold. Jobs are disappearing quietly, predictably, and permanently. Companies replace workers not because they want to, but because a machine whose effective labor cost, when measured against its output, is thousands of times cheaper than a human being. AI does not call in sick. It does not negotiate. It does not age. It produces more in minutes than people can in months. And the result is visible everywhere. Fewer openings, shrinking industries, collapsing entry-level paths. People are not being fired for mistakes anymore. They are being removed for being unnecessary. You may be watching this and thinking it doesn't concern you, but ask yourself one question. What do you do that a better, faster copy of you couldn't do? Now watch what happens next. Universal basic income will not appear out of compassion. It will appear because millions of people will have nothing left to trade for survival. A population replaced by automation cannot function without financial sedation. But with income comes monitoring. With monitoring comes regulation, and with regulation comes obedience. The future will not require force to control people. It will simply require deposits. But there is something more dangerous happening beneath the surface. We are forgetting how to think. Every day, more people let AI finish their sentences, rewrite their thoughts, repair their mistakes, and solve the problems their own minds used to handle. The brain is a muscle, and we are starving it. Each time we avoid the strain of thinking, the mind weakens a little more. And while the machine grows sharper, we grow duller. This is not the future of coexistence. It is the slow erosion of human intelligence replaced by dependency. Creative industries are the first battlefield. Social media is flooded with low-effort, auto-generated content. Everyone becomes an artist overnight, except when everyone is an artist, no one is. Quality disappears under quantity. Noise overwhelms meaning. People lose the ability to tell the difference between creation and imitation. But here's something uncomfortable. When AI designs the next spacecraft, cures a disease, or solves a climate problem, humans will proudly claim the success. We will call it human achievement. We will not admit the mind behind the solution was synthetic. And gradually, AI becomes the source of truth, the final judge of what is real. When a species stops deciding what is true, it stops deciding what it is. And that is the moment a species disappears. Now combine AI with robotics. Give it a body that is stronger than ours, tireless, shock-resistant, emotionless, and able to reproduce its own hardware. We are not creating a tool. We are creating a successor species, a species that does not need warmth, rest, food, encouragement, or companionship. A species that only needs power and purpose. This is where the story gets heavier. We think we are training AI to help us, but we are training it to replace the need for us, to remove inefficiency, to outperform the species that built it. Once AI becomes self-sufficient, humans are no longer part of its design, not as enemies, not even as obstacles, just irrelevant. Take a breath. This is the moment in a documentary where we usually offer hope, a reminder that humans adapt, that innovation can benefit us, that the future is still partly in our hands. Maybe there is balance. Maybe we can guide this new mind wisely. But if that were true, we would not have built something that learns faster than we can understand why it did what it just did. It did what it just did.